into. It's tuna. Now, I'm going to let you say your surname.
Tone Finanger.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say the second bit. I can manage the
it's
tuna.
It's a Norwegian name.
Welcome.
Typical Norwegian.
You are better known to so many people as Tilda.
Yeah.
Do you get called Tilda?
So. Yeah, I get called Tilde a lot. Yeah. It's easier for people to just say Tilde, I think.
And how did the name Tilda come about?
Well, the whole story.
As much of it as you want to tell, as many T's as you'd like to tell.
We have, my husband's name is Torje. I'm Tone. Mm-hmm. My sister's name is Tiril. His sister's name is Tale. And we have had a dog called Theo and a dog called Toto. So I thought I have to have a name starting with T.
That starts with it, yeah.
A short T name. So that's how I came up with Tilde eventually.
Did it take you long to decide?
No, not really. It just came. Yeah.
And then it just was.
And it worked. It worked internationally. Yeah. It worked. Yeah. So
I can't imagine it being called anything else. It feels so right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's been over 20 years. So.
And it still feels right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was watching you give a lecture earlier, and I was absolutely fascinated to discover your background. That actually school wasn't the place that you loved.
I think as many designers and artists, I have dyslexia, so I was struggling in school, and everything fell into place as soon as I started art school.
So what age were you able to go into art school?
I was actually 16 because I went to this what do you call it? College, art college. Yeah, that's right.
And was it fine arts or was it a mixture?
We did everything there. It was a mixture. You learned a lot of different techniques. And then I went to a more fine art school later. Yeah.
Later. So you specialized in the fine arts. So we know you for fabrics.
Yeah.
But actually when Tilda first came about, it was all crafts.
Yeah. I've always been fascinated by most creative. I love sculpturing. I love painting. You know, I can be fascinated by paper, beautiful paper crafts. So, but fabric is so durable. You know, you can make something in fabric and you have it for generations. So, I think fabric is my favorite.
Is that where you've settled?
That's why I've settled with fabric, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I have time on my own, I would probably go sculpture.
Would you?
Yeah.
In what medium?
Clay. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I love sculpturing.
And the sculptures that you make, do they echo the designs of your soft toys? Or are they completely different?
It's completely different.
Really?
Yeah, because then I want to do something different. Yeah.
You've had enough
Tilde,
of
Tilde is, most of the time all I have time for is Tilde. So I would then go make a real, sculpture of a person, that.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Well,
and then where would that go? Does that go in the garden?
I have a lot of
inside?
sculptures I kind of always collected from different artists. So
do you?
Not big sculptures, but I just always loved.
So as much as you've got a Tilda garden, is there a sculpture garden as well?
In my living room? Yeah, that's right.
So what I'm always fascinated in, the photography in your books.
Yeah.
Absolutely exquisite. Is that your home or is it done in a studio?
No, we do. We have used my home. We have used our showroom. We have used the studio, just building scenes. And I think, and we worked with some of the best photographers.
You really do. How do you go about finding your photographers? Because I know Keith was very specific about his photographer and he's very protective of Debbie Patterson. She's the one he works with, and that's...
And the photographers I've worked with for many years.
So do they understand your work? So do they stay, and did you stay with the same one?
I'm very particular about using daylight for photography.
Is that the key?
Yeah.
Then?
For fabric, I think it is.
And is that because of the colors that you use within the fabrics?
It might have to do with the colors. I'm not sure. I just feel fabric looks better in daylight. It's difficult though because you have to have the perfect weather. And photography, as you know, probably now, you have 1 or 2 days, and
well, that's why Hollywood is where it is, isn't it? Because they have so few days of rain.
Yeah,
it's mainly sunshine, so they're okay. So clearly, you just need to go to Hollywood.
Sunshine is the worst. That's for daytime, for
too
daylight.
Much light.
Yeah,
too much light. Okay, so a soft
cloud day. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so England would be perfect.
Yeah, Norway is also
cloudy.
Yeah, cloudy.
So when you start a collection, because Tilda's been going now for 20 years, but is it more than
around that?
Around 20 years.
Yeah, I was thinking about it because I'm turning 47, and I started the company when I was 25.
Oh my goodness.
So it's
22 years.
Yeah, I started the company in '99. So the company itself is 20 years in
That's incredible.
2019. Yeah.
And to still hold so much of the market and to still be so current with your designs is a real achievement. Real achievement.
Thank you. I can say. Yeah.
But do you ever sit and go, I don't really know what to do today?
No.
There's always something.
Yeah.
So you don't get like a writer's block with
I will always
design.
work as hard as I can within the time I have with the designs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that mean
I
get up early?
I think all designers do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess if you love it, then it's okay. You don't mind the time. It's all good to do.
Yeah. It's what most of the time it's what I want to do.
So can you remember your very first design? What was the very first fabric design that you went?
The first fabric design.
Yeah.
Wow. I can remember my first Tilda design.
Yeah.
But the first fabric design, because it kind of evolved, but my first Tilda design was actually a pair of Santas.
Okay.
Yeah. A kit.
Yeah.
Which sold very well. It helped me get it started. But my first fabric design, I had for a long time, I worked a lot with linen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think one of my first collection was actually just a solid color linen collection.
Oh, wow.
And then we started, when we found, it was interesting because we tried to print fabric in Norway the first time.
Is this not?
And they didn't have kind of a fabric business for the last 60, 70 years. So only old machines. So it looks something like potato print. So I was just, that's not going on the market. But so it's been a hard learning curve. I think I come from a different place than the designers. For example, in the US, where fabric design is so, quilt fabric design is so worked through, the designers know who to go to, how to do it. I was working with the Nordic craft companies, so we just kind of tried to find out ourselves how to do it. So, yeah.
But it is, you can walk into a store and you know what is Tilda.
Yeah.
It has a look. And it's very distinctive. And if you love Tilda, then every collection is a treasure, an absolute treasure. And they all work so beautifully together. You can intermingle them. I've got a quilt on the go at home that I've taken the teals from so many of your collections and mixed them through with linen, actually. And that's the beauty of the colour. Is that done on purpose with the colourways?
I think all designers has a personality in their design. I think for me, with Tilda, it's using a lot of... I'm very particular about my off-whites. I need the exact right off-white color. And then I kind of go from the off-white and build on color. There's almost always, in my fabrics, open area.
Yes.
Where you can see the background fabric color, which is the perfect off-white. I'm trying to get the perfect off-white.
Is it the same off-white throughout all the collections, or does it vary?
It can vary. I can choose to do a collection in a slightly darker off-white. But I'm careful.
So what colours go into off-white?
Well, I would never make off-white in just, just yellow and black. It has to be a little bit of red. It has to be a putty white kind of color.
No, I love this. I'm all about the particular. This makes me very happy, because this is what gives it that delicacy, that romance, and that antique element that gives it a timeless feel. For me, that's my personal take on it, and so it sits so well in so many environments. So once you have the perfect off-white, what's the next color to come?
Oh no, I don't build it like that. I would work on a pattern.
Okay.
Yeah, so designing the main pattern. I would, even before that, I would start with thinking about what do I want this collection, which feeling do I want this collection to give? I think is the right way to
Comes from a feeling first.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
because I can see something and it kind of reminds me of something. And I would often work from the feeling I get with that memory and when I say memory, it can just be an experience of seeing something, not a real memory, not a real room, but an experience of seeing a movie or whatever.
But enough that it caused
that
a reaction.
Kind of the feeling you want to create.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you, or I at least, start by putting elements into that world. So I would think, okay, what should be the main elements? What should kind of tell the story? And what should I add on to make it easy to use?
So do you have a formula of larger designs, medium, and some ditzy sizes?
Not really a formula. In this collection, as an example,
Let's have a look at this.
Yeah.
Can we undo?
Yeah, we can. I used tiles. I'm very fond of pottery, tiles. Wherever we go, I will bring some pottery, mostly blue and white, but also other colors. Home, it could be from African countries, or it can be from, well, I haven't been in Africa yet, so it's not from, but you know what I mean.
But it will be.
Somewhere.
It will be.
Yeah. So I would use tiles for inspiration for the bigger patterns. And then I would think, if I did all the patterns in a tile, inspired by tiles, it would be too much. So I'll put in some smaller, easier patterns to use.
But then you start, and can you use, so then you would use this as a blender to go between the different colorways?
Yeah, you can do that, and you can also just to get a break. You know, you have a pattern. When you are in Tilda's world, talking about a demanding pattern is maybe a bit over the top, but it's like this, for me, this is a more demanding pattern, these two. Yeah. And then you can put something in the middle, which makes it easier to break up and use.
Oh, that's lovely too. Yeah, you see, these are...
Yeah. So, and then you have larger patterns.
But that's beautiful too.
So, yeah.
And do you have to love every single one? Is there ever one that slips through and you go, that's okay, it will do, or not?
Process from what you see in your head to the finished results, there are so many hurdles. There's so much that can go wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah, because first of all, it's always difficult to put what you see in your head on paper.
Yeah, no,
so
true.
That's the first. And then you have to, get the colors right, and then the manufacturer has to get the colors right. So there are so many stages.
You could have got the perfect off-white, but your manufacturer might not have that.
Of course, it's a job, making the finished product perfect.
So then how many
as perfect as possible.
Yeah. And how many times would that come back to you from the manufacturers? Is this the right color? Is this not the right shade? Is this not the right tone?
This one was difficult because I wanted to use reds and blues, but not the strong reds and blues.
There's a softness,
should kind of it should kind of give the impression of being reds and blues from pottery, but at the same time not be, because it's softer.
Yes.
But it still has to look like red and blue, if you understand.
Set yourself a task.
It's not going to be pink, you know. So when you take color out of the red, you get pink.
Yeah.
But so you have to kind of find the perfect tone.
It's not orangey, is it? The red. It's beautiful.
It has a color. At the same time, it's not cold.
No.
So it's a difficult red. Very difficult red.
But worth it.
Yeah,
really
so
worth it.
this red I had a lot of
and working so beautifully
sample from.
Because you've got the planes now as well. This is what I've also noticed, is that with your designs now, we've got these florals and the rabbit in this. Can I say I love the ducks? I loved absolutely. That was one of my favourite all-time. We haven't got it here from the
Plum Garden.
Yes,
ducks.
Yes, beautiful ducks. But the strong colours.
Strong colours.
Well, they.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, what's a better way of saying it? The solid colours. Rather than the strong. The solid colours, because there is a softness to them.
Yeah.
Are they as hard to match and to create?
Solid colors are easier, because I can go to the Pantone colors and I can just choose a color or a bigger sample and use that.
Right.
But when you work with patterns, it's much more complicated.
Yeah.
You have to have many colors of the same hue working together. And if you can see in these fabrics, there are actually shadows. Very, very.
No, I can see. Yeah.
Which are important, even though you can almost not see them.
But the only way to get that detail in your work is by having a top quality fabric.
Yeah.
And you've just changed, haven't you?
Yeah.
Your fabric.
Yeah.
So what is now? How have you changed it? How have you achieved it?
Yeah, the luxury of, as a designer running my own production company with my husband is that I can really focus on the details that feels important for me. So one of the things that's important is that, the detail in the print.
Yeah.
Being able to be extremely detailed with the prints. So this fabric is a very good example, because there you have some details almost impossibly small.
So there's like a dot. There's the tiniest stitch
along there.
Along there, which
and the
is
shadows.
incredible to see.
Yeah.
But it's in there. You've got it in there.
And this is a really high fabric quality. We changed it with Happy Campers, the spring collection this year.
Yes, it's just launching.
Yeah, so you have a 3% shrinkage, and you have, which is rare.
That's incredible, because it's normally anywhere between 5 and 7, isn't it? Is what you're looking at.
And washable at 60 degrees, and you have, I'm not good at saying it, Ocotex.
Oh, yes. I can't say it either.
No.
So we'll go with your version of it. Yeah.
It's the same.
Does that allow it to be made for children's wear?
Yeah, it's the same.
No chemicals?
No chemicals grading as you would use for toddlers. So that's very good if you work with a lot of fabric.
It is always the thing that when people see your fabrics, they go, wouldn't it be wonderful to do dresses and this and that? And I've seen lots of adults in dresses they're made from your fabrics.
Yeah.
And there's part of me that goes, my daughter, would we, is it okay to, twin it here?
Yeah.
But now you can, because it's safe too.
You can do it unwashed, rather than having to wash it before.
Don't wash them. It'll get ketchup on or something. So you start with getting the colours right, and you talk about creating a world. Is each design complete? I know there is sort of 20 in each design, but is that a world that you then create?
So there's 20 fabrics in each main collection, and then I do some blenders or extra fabrics often. So
have you always done that, or is that quite a new thing?
It's 20 fabrics I've done for a while.
Yeah, but the blenders and the tea, because the tea towels have come out, and the spots and all of those have come out, and they're beautiful.
Yeah.
But I don't remember them always being.
No, we have had some basics earlier, but we have more basics now, I think. Yeah.
I think it's lovely to build in, and case in point, I mean this quilt that I'm leaning on here. You call it your tea towel range.
Yeah, it's a tea towel.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, at least in Norway, that's what tea towels look like. You know, you have stripes, you have
tea towels.
Yeah.
And it's lovely to have.
It's often woven. This is printed to look like woven fabric, so you have the exact same.
But then the blues match. It works through, because that's if you can't find the softness of tone in other fabrics, it's lovely that you have those so that they do complement.
Yeah, and
so
I will pick up whatever basic collection will match the collection best. So in this case, I picked up the tea towel collection. It works perfectly with this theme.
And will the basics always be there? Or will they just be brought out with ranges?
Probably not always, but you know, we're planning on keeping them for.
Will they keep longer than?
Keep as long as people want them, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is good to know.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking what I need to stock up on. And this year as well, you have launched some new beautiful fabrics for the toys.
Yeah, you're talking about Happy Campers?
Yes, with the Happy Campers,
the
you've got
spring collection.
Yes, because we're just starting. You see, you're ahead here. We haven't
this
got
is the
this
summer.
yet,
no,
but we're just getting the Happy Campers.
Yeah,
and the fabrics in there are stunning, and the toys.
Yeah.
For the actual bodies of the toys.
This is actually the Tilda Friends concept I made many years ago. We have had them in. I worked, through a craft company before, and we pre-made this, so we had this manufactured.
Oh, really? They were actual things you could buy ready-made?
Yeah. And now I decided to put these online, so these will be out in a couple of weeks, hopefully. And there's a lot of different animals, but their body shape is similar, so that
if you make
clothes can fit them all.
Will the clothes fit your angels, which you are so well known for?
Well, other Tilda characters might vary a lot in body size and everything. So within this concept, the clothes will fit all.
These will fit. Oh, they're just beautiful. My son told me off the other day for not having made enough toys for my daughter. He's like, "You've made me monkeys. What have you made Emily?" I'm like, sorry. So I went and made her the deer, and so she has one. Told off by a 6-year-old. Sorry. And so these are fabrics.
These are Indian woven kind of chambray. It's not a chambray with a white thread in it. It's just a tone on tone chambray. So. And quite a thick fabric, so that it's perfect for dolls.
Because
it's
durable. It's getting the right one, isn't it? Because these are going to be loved.
Yeah,
I know, because I see my children. It's the right size for a small hand. To grip and drag. And take everywhere. So they are much loved in our home. So to be able then to make outfits for them is perfect. Are there going to be more outfits coming?
There will be more outfits. Just
if I need to, get a wardrobe
to try to get them all out.
Yeah. And this has been a new move, hasn't it, to put patterns online?
Yeah.
Rather than a book this year.
Yeah. This year we're not doing a book. We'll see. We'll probably do books again, but we are putting all our patterns online.
Very generous.
We are a very small production company, but we live off our fabrics, and we decided why not do that.
Amazing.
But of course, patterns are very important to a lot of designers, and that's important to know. It's because we actually manufacture our own fabrics, so we can do that. Yeah,
that's incredibly generous. And where are the fabrics actually manufactured now?
We have.
Is this in Norway? Have we upgraded the potato stamping?
Yeah, we have. Yeah. So we manufacture a lot in South Korea, which is a good country for, workers' rights and everything. And we have some in India.
Okay. That's the quilt backings, isn't it? A lot of the quilt backings, because it's hard to find the machines that are wide enough.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't realise, actually, look how beautiful these are, that the quilt backings, they're not always that readily available, that I've found. And it's so this is
I think a lot of designers have backings. We have this Luna backing in 3 colors, so which matches these 3 colors. I would find, I would always find one color that matches.
Yeah, no, they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So we've got. Do you have a favourite from all your designs?
No, I can't say that.
No. Is it because it's too hard, or because there just isn't one?
No, it's because it will always be the last thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because what I'm, working on now is the most interesting for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you've done some of the roses again. You've brought those.
Yeah, I did.
And sort of refashioned.
I did old rose. I always get asked because when Tilda started, there was a lot of, that was in the middle of the kind of shabby chic era, and there was a lot of rose prints. And I always get asked, will there be any more roses? So I made, just to give feedback on that, I made the old rose collection where it's just roses. So here you go, all roses.
Yeah, you want roses?
Yeah.
Here they are.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. I mean, ask and it is created.
People want roses. Yeah.
But they do. I mean,
it's the most difficult flower to draw.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I guess some of these are quite stylized, but a rose, everyone knows.
Yeah,
what a rose
has
looks
to
like.
be, perfectly imperfect. A more graphic print, you can kind of plan and work on. It can be a big job, but you can plan it. You can test out different. But the rose has to kind of, or a flower. Many flowers do have to fall into place in a very effortless way to look natural.
Way. Yeah. And because you are a graphic designer as well as fine artist and designer, and does that background, did you just suddenly go, actually no, that's why I've clearly done it all?
That's right.
It all just slotted.
It's all very useful.
Yeah. And your fabric is screen printed. That's the incredible thing. It's screen printed. Not you'd be forgiven for thinking with the fineness of the detail that it was digitally printed, but it's not.
Yeah, no.
Screen printed.
Yeah.
And does that come from your love of an artistic background? That
no, I think for me, or I think for new designers now, digital printing is probably going to be just the way to do it. But for me, screen printing presents some, I'm looking for the English word.
It's better than my Norwegian. Whatever you say will be better than my Norwegian.
It's not easy, so you have to really, you have to find
challenges.
Yeah. So when I'm looking for a manufacturer, I go after the machine. It's the
nice
right
to meet you.
machine.
What machine do you have? Yeah.
No, I don't know. I need to see it. You know, to manage a screen print detailed enough is then you kind of manage the craft of screen printing.
Not everyone's going to manage that, are they?
No,
and not all screen printing is created equal at all.
No, there are big differences.
Yeah. And how do you test that? I mean, how do you...
You ask for you give them your most complicated pattern.
Oh, really?
It's
like an exam. Oh, the Tilda exam.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. And then you narrow it down. And do you...
Well, it didn't really happen that way, you know. But in a way, it could be like that. Yeah.
Excellent. Will you always stick to screen printing, do you think?
I can't answer that because...
Never say never.
Digital printing opens up a lot of possibilities. because when you screen print, when you make quilt fabrics, even quilt fabrics, you have to make quite a large minimum quantity. When you go over to fabrics that are more rare, that the manufacturers don't do as much of, for example, thicker interior fabrics,
yes,
you will have to make a lot, a huge minimum quantity,
right,
for a market you're not sure is there. So if, for example, Tilda once wanted to go into interiors, blow up the patterns, do something else, screen printing might be the perfect option. So I can't answer it. I don't know what's in the future.
With screen printing, are you limited
No,
to
I said screen printing, I meant digital. Yeah.
But with screen printing, are you limited to a pattern repeat size? So, so it's like 60 centimeters is
and
like
I have all
optimum
the
sort
repeat
of...
sizes. I've broken it up to all the strange numbers, and I have it on my computer. So all the 1.0476 blah 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 blah.
So this is it. So I mean, you think designing, it's just going to be playing with color and pattern, and it's all very. But actually, it's quite scientific in how it needs to be broken down.
Yeah. Well, that's one job. When you have the numbers, you're okay.
It's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
You have to be able to put all your, however small or large your pattern is, it has to work within the screen, the size of the screen. Yeah.
I guess that's something I hadn't even really considered.
Or you can do a roll. I'm not sure about the English word, but a roll print.
Okay.
You have a different size. Yeah.
What in the whole design from conception through to the finished article, these gorgeous quotes, is there a point that you look forward to the most?
The design.
It's all in that design.
Yeah, that's what I live for.
Well, we're all grateful you do.
Yeah, it's the creative process that is the important thing.
And then do you design the quilt patterns now? Do you still do that part of it?
Yeah.
You still have a hand in all of that?
I don't sew myself anymore. I sew a little bit. I can sew I hand sew a little bit, but I design fabrics, the products, the quilts, the packaging, and catalogs. Yeah.
Oh no, thank you so much. And I know there's not a lot known about you, and I know that you don't come off your eye. She lives on an island. This is amazing. You have in the Norwegian fjords, with a population of about 400. Is that? Did you grow up thinking that you'd like to live quite remotely, or were you a city girl?
I was a city girl.
Really?
Until early 20s, I just I could live anywhere, because I used the city when I was younger, and then I stopped using it. I just wanted more space, and that's when,
What dogs need space?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. Yeah, I mean, you have a smaller dog.
Yeah. Well,
I bet he's master of all he surveys.
Creative projects need space.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. So is your outdoor garden as beautiful as Tilda's garden?
My outdoor garden is naturally beautiful. That's all I'm going to say.
That's absolutely fair enough.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute treat and a privilege. So
thank you.
Thank
so
you very
nice
much.
To talk to you
anymore. Thank you very much.